It sounds like a commercial from like the early 2000s. Coquito!
This is over half an inch of rain now. Which is a lot of rain. It doesn't sound like a lot of rain because half an inch isn't that big. But if you think about the amount of water necessary to raise Philadelphia's rain level
I don't know.
to half an inch,
Is that a lot?
it's quite a lot of rain, actually.
I feel like you're saying this with such confidence.
So, I suppose this next character is a person.
Oh, you suppose that? That's like the easiest supposition possible.
And I'm making it. Sometimes you gotta get the easy wins. Sometimes that's what it's about.
Someone puts a ball out there on a tee, you don't not hit it.
You know I'm gonna dog it. So,
The zone is sectioned off, sir. Please step back.
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI.
Norman
Jaden.
Norman Jaden, FBI. Jaden Norman.
Yeah, of course. So he's only got a Boston accent when he says like his name.
Because he was like, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake.
I saw him arrive earlier. He's here somewhere.
Thanks.
Don't tell me what you saw. Spooch.
You don't even have glasses on.
How do I know you're a real FBI?
How do I know you're a real FBI? Well, yeah, doo-doo, yeah. Now we're just making sounds, and we've become the YouTuber. We haven't said anything comprehensible for the last 2 minutes.
I'll hook up.
In the grimdark future of 2011,
Yeah, is this-
FBI agents have access to unprecedented levels of access and technology.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to repeat what you just said. They have access to unprecedented access and technology. Which is not wrong.
Unprecedented levels of access.
There we go.
I think that's what it said.
No, it wasn't. To the playback.
You never do this. Only when you're right.
Yeah, that's true. I've only ever done it one time. It was to prove me right. No, there's multiple times to do it. The only time I did it, the one time I did it, I think in the Let's Play thing that we did, was that I could, I already had the clip, like, out. It was in the same, like, editing suite. The Hemogoblin.
We found some hemogoblins. We found a hemogoblin army.
State of exhaustion.
Goblin Army.
You can tell that the blood was exhausted because it's just slightly green. Just slightly green.
Lord, that's bad. That's bad news blood.
Vulcan blood.
Is Vulcan blood green? What's a Vulcan?
Vulcan's a Spock.
Oh, whoa.
Let's
what?
just do this for a long time.
I don't know why that happened. I was holding the button down. Is it really green?
Yeah, I think Vulcan blood. This is actually a Star Trek thing.
They're like humanoids or something, though, right?
Yeah.
Why do they look so much like humans? Is there a reason?
Same thing. Everything in Star Trek's bipedal. Like every alien species is humanoid.
So is there a reason, though? Is there like a logic? Is there some like big StarCraft explanation?
Yes. So this explanation in Star Wars is that the midichlorians just lend themselves to bipeds.
Isn't there like a Jedi, like a big cloud that's a Jedi? It's just like a sentient cloud.
So I think you're thinking about what is it called?
Spaceball.
It's not Onyx. Onyx is made out of rock.
I'm not thinking of a Pokemon.
Puffing. That guy.
I promise Nidoking.
Nidoking?
Yeah.
Is he just a gaseous
Yeah,
cloud?
Nidoking.
I think that's what you're thinking about.
I'm pretty sure I'm not thinking of a Pokemon, but okay. I'm not thinking of a Pokemon, but Okidokimon. Hey-oh!
Oh! This is fucking gold. Internet gold. Just you don't even have to upload the whole series. Just upload the last minute.
This is going my 2015 highlight video. Okidokimon!
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
yeah,
let's
we are
get
the
serious. We are playing.
We just had several beers and a big cookie.
It's true.
Maybe the killer's car.
Okay.
So we're doing some investigatory work.
So what we know. This is what we know as our FBI agent glasses, spectacles tell us. Jaden knows this. The suspect, bipedal, tired,
Has blood.
has blood, owns a car or has access to a car, a vehicle of some sort.
and we're making light of this whole thing, but as you saw from the last scene with Scott Shelby, there is a murderer on the loose, and that murderer murders kids and leaves them in a wasteland, which we would call a train yard in this case.
Sure.
And so we're at a murder site.
Yeah, I think a wasteland can be most accurately translated as vacant lot.
Yeah,
You know,
where people aren't around.
people are not there.
Also, you tap it, pay one, destroy target non-basic land. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if you have to pay one. I think you just tap it and sack it.
May very well be.
Yeah.
Prints leading toward the body.
Heyo.
Police. No correlation.
So
with
if I were being a little bit more like beating around the bush about playing this, you would see that the police have completely contaminated this crime scene,
Yeah.
like to an unbelievable amount.
Barry's coming.
So you can find all kinds of clues here. They're 99% of them are just like vague liquids and footprints of police.
Yeah. I mean, they're not vague. We know what they are.
I don't want to know. I disavow that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So
Affordances.
this is like a big. Don't talk about affordances. We're gonna talk about affordances in this house. This is like a big. You could think this was a big fart. Also, I wonder if I'm standing in the middle of that, if it just rolls on me.
No.
You don't think you think it stops?
I think it's just floating.
Concentration of pollen in the air is
Well, I don't mean does it like hit me.
Oh, I thought it meant roll like
Yeah,
in
no.
terms of envelops you and you affect its. So yeah, we see some pollen in the air. Can we just do this whole section without talking to the lead officer? No, we're
No.
gonna get interrupted here. We're gonna
Yeah.
get interrupted by a cliche, by a walking typecast.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Blake?
I'm a detective, and this is New York, Philadelphia.
Okay.
If you're looking for rain, dead bodies, and highways, you come to the right place.
See,
So this guy's from Chicago. Blake's from Boston. It's just a Pan-American police force.
wait, is his name Blake?
Yeah.
Blake Jaden? No,
Jaden Braden, remember?
Braden.
No,
Jaden,
Jaden.
comma Braden.
Some guy
I don't know his name. At
It
all.
was. I think we decided it was Aiden, quotation marks, Braden, Jaden, born in the year of our Lord, 1992.
based on the regular
No, he's a true millennial. He was like 10 years old when George W. Bush was.
I
messing
got
us
you.
up.
corner. He's on his way.
Oh, I thought we weren't going to be as political this time.
Well, that was your call. I had my mouth shut.
It's all right.
Okay, so we're just gonna ask some questions about the circumstances behind this young child's death, and we'll run and just basically walk around in circles.
No. No.
I'm shadowing.
That's not what I meant. Listen, you look busy. Do you mind if I have a look around?
Be my
I asked about witnesses. That's weird.
Hey, Jaden, you come and see me if you find anything, okay? We're on the same team now.
Huh? He went from really hostile to really cooperative very quickly.
I think that was sarcastic. Well, he's got to be cooperative.
we are the federal government.
The FBI.
Let's look in this horror tent.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's so bad the game's not even allowing us a good look at it.
Oh, that is
No
worse.
visible signs
Yeah.
of violence.
So we like use our like Deus Ex powers.
Mm-hmm. What do we got
So
here?
this is like pretty weird. That big like weird fart cloud thing is was like orchid pollen or like orchid smell.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pollen on him. So that's like kind of the calling card along with this origami thing.
A small origami figure in the right hand. Fingers were probably closed after the time of death.
That implies the killer put it there.
It does.
Or just a bystander, somebody that stumbled upon the corpse and then put it there.
To that on the fence.
He was all scraped up. I thought I already done this thing at the bottom here. Oh no, I'm looking at it twice.
Declared missing 5 days ago.
Jeremy Bowles.
See reference file. Let me pull it up
He was
on my
born in
Google
1999,
Glass.
so he's like 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
No, 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's all kind of young kids, young boys, I think, exclusively.
Like the other victims.
Where are you getting that information?
What?
Young boys.
Well, because that's what they said about. That's what what's their face said.
Oh.
So we have 2 victims so far, and they're both boys.
Well, you know. What are the odds, you know?
Well, I'm just saying that is a factual thing based on what we know so far.
You know,
What?
I feel like a lot of this law enforcement stuff, this FBI stuff, it's not far off from the kind of, big conclusions you're jumping to.
Are you disparaging the work of the police?
No, I'm disparaging the kind of conclusions that are leading us to believe that this is Look, this could very well be just an estranged father doing some sword fighting and then covering it up. And it could be that his victims are young boys. It could be that they're just people that have crossed him. And it could be that these 2 particular boys have crossed him. So let's hold our
But
horses.
that's still. But only if he's only fighting people with swords that cross him, and those only happen to be young boys. That does mean that all the victims are young boys.
No, look.
Exclusively.
I'm not going to contest. All the victims are young boys.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying we have to read it causatively.
I got
But we
you.
do correlate to only boys, right?
Kind of come full circle. We were definitely doing the correlation causation talk around this time. Mm-hmm. Let's start this car and get the heck out of Dodge. Let's go back to DC.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
This is the only time he shows up in this game. He's also covered in mud.
It's okay. This is a rental.
No, this is it. No, this is like
He's gonna pull a Louis C.K., go to the airport, just leave it at the drop-off section, and call Avis while he's on the plane. Yeah, it's it's at the it's like Terminal D. You can't leave it there. It's there. You can get it if you want. I work for the fucking FBI.
Yay! We're back to.
Oh, we unlocked a new bonus.
It tells us that every time.
Okay.
I don't know what it means.
Ooh. I'll answer these. You give your insight into
Bat. Wolf.
A wolf's head.
Scary. Scary wolf. Oh, crab. 100% crab.
I saw faces here.
Death. Oh, crap. I hit the wrong button.
Blood spreading through walls.
It wasn't blood. It was death
Yeah, it's definitely death.
for me.
Terror.
As we know, psychoanalysis could only be improved with machines.
Mm-hmm. Was there a big old word on a piece of art that says ego somewhere? Did I see that?
And a big giant cathedral
MRI scans.
thing.
We're just in the top of a...
There is no physical damage from the.
What if we're not? What if this is the first story
However, I am worried
of just some building,
psychological-
of like an office, of like the back of a
I know it's not easy.
Walmart.
yeah.
To start over,
It's the Target medical
Yeah.
thing.
responsible for what happened.
I like that. I like us doing just
I like
this
that show.
entire
I
thing.
just want to
He'd still be alive if I'd been looking out for him.
We're just kind of exploring this office as we get psychoanalyzed, I suppose.
You can't blame yourself forever for your son's death.
I creep up behind you, therapy man. Yeah, so Ethan's trying to work through his guilt. It seems like he spent most of his fortune on,
He's a very solitary kid, very...
so asking about Sean and how Sean's doing.
Memory, sadness.
He's really close to his mother.
I'm going to hide
He's
now,
more distant.
beneath this
What about you?
wiggly thing.
What are you?
But yeah, it seems like he's blowing most of his fortune on this therapy.
I feel sort of...
So,
That's another, we would say numb. Like the idiomatic, no one would say, I feel anesthetized
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. So before, the last time we did this, we chose depression, and then he described the fact that he was suicidal and wanted to kill himself.
Which is, that's quite a jump.
I'm gonna say he thinks he's schizophrenic.
Split personality developing after concussion. Like people doing things but having no memory of them.
Oh, we're going the Fight Club route, huh?
Yeah.
Been doing them.
We're gonna
Spoiler
play
alert.
that. Spoiler alert for Fight Club. A film that came out like 20 years ago.
Like schizophrenia.
We're almost to the point where it's like spoiling The Empire Strikes
That's
Back.
the end of this session.
We're almost, yeah, I mean, Fight Club's almost to the...
Or The Force Awakens, which ends in... I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You were lucky.
I'm not spoiling it. What's really funny is when this comes out, The Force Awakens will have probably been like out of theaters for weeks.
Really?
Yeah, based on how slowly I work, yeah. Yeah.
That's why you got such a big TV. Oh, another burn. There's another face cam moment. We'll edit that in later. We'll get some FBI glasses and edit that in later. You can just go into a room and activate your FBI glasses and see all the facial expressions that were made there in the last year.
I'm flipping the bird at the non-existent camera. There's a gnat in my house.
Oh no. So we're at a park now, and this, you know, it's not raining.
I don't feel like it.
Looks a little overcast, but it's not raining.
Well, it's not called sprinkling rain.
Is something the matter, Sean?
It's gonna start raining, bruh.
No.
You know, despite the fact that we were pretty stern with Sean and that we did not like the idea that he wasn't going to play with us, his attitude really hasn't improved.
She's gonna say
Which
it
means,
next time it happens.
I mean, there's two conclusions you can draw from this, right? One is the punishment did not work, fundamentally. Like, that did not induce behavior change. Two, it just wasn't effective enough. Like, we just have to double down. I don't know where we go from here.
Well, it seems like we messed up his schedule in some way because the last time we played this, and we're almost getting to the part where we stopped playing earlier, thankfully.
Yeah.
The last time we did it,
No, not really.
they,
I never met him come back.
he said that we kept him perfectly to his schedule, and he said there was nothing that happened at school that day, but just now he said that he was late this morning. So I wonder if we messed up the schedule somehow by forcing him to go to bed too early.
Weird. I don't think that would work that way.
What? Going around that tree?
No,
Schedules.
making you go to bed early. I feel like you just wake up early.
Not
and
this
you'd
guy.
And you'd be early.
Not me.
If you
I
go to
can
bed
go-
early, you go.
I could go to bed at 10 o'clock or I can go to bed at 3 o'clock and wake up at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're just, and that same time is like fucking 12 noon. 'Cause
No, it's not.
Lazy Bones, big TV, upload after The Force Awakens is out of theaters. Councilman.
God damn it.
This is getting personal.
Ugh.
Second playthrough is getting rough.
So far, you've angered Philadelphians, conservatives, the French, and me.
You did it, Dad.
You did it! You only messed up one time!
Come on, let's try together.
Let's try together.
To get the right position at
Let us begin to try together. Me and you will do it. We'll try together.
If you don't hold it correctly, I will take
Is
my
Vladimir Putin now?
If you don't hold it correctly, I will take my plastic sword, beat you like your dead brother.
His poor brother. Well, poor him, really. Really, it's the survivor. That's,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, it's sad that his brother died, but...
so hard.
I mean, that's a real rough issue to wrestle with, right? Like, who are you feeling sorry for?
Can you feel sorry for everybody?
Can you feel sorry? Well, can you feel sorry for a victim that is no longer alive?
Yeah, you can feel sorry for them.
But what is it that what is the object of your bad feelings?
Potentiality.
A potentiality.
Ideation of potential.
Just an imaginary number.
Yeah,
basically.
ideation. Literally all ideation of all types. Yes, it is imaginary.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been on a
All idealism is imaginary.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Look at that. Look at that camera.
I like that. I like that they took a virtual camera and affixed it to a seesaw to get that shot.
Do a virtual seesaw and you got a virtual shot. Feels pretty good.
Sent it off to Hollywood and had a virtual
Put a
guy edit it.
transformer in it.
Come on, Dad, make me fly.
What a boring time. He looks like he's like in immense pain. Like he has a hernia.
So what song did you say should like slowly fade in at a moment like this? I think you said it last night at the restaurant.
Shimmy shimmy y'all.
Shimmy Shimmy Y'all.
Yeah.
Kanye West.
No, that's not Kanye West.
Why were we talking
It's
about
ODB.
Kanye West before?
Bound. Bound to.
Oh, Bound to.
Bound.
She says she's only here for a girl's birthday.
Rock Forever 21.
But just turned 30. Yeah.
Let's go do this other crap, kid. Did you see that kid run smack
Run
into him?
into you and yeah.
Bebopping
Yeah,
along.
the impact of that car killed your son, but that impact of the kid on you didn't do anything. Physics are pretty unforgiving and capricious in this game.
Yeah. In France.
In France.
Actually, in Philadelphia. That's the real.
Wouldn't that be rough if there were just certain towns where physics were especially mean?
No one would live there.
No one, people would, I don't know.
It would be
people,
mass exodus.
People live in deserts, dude.
Well, that's because they've like lived there for a long time. But if it just happened today,
Oh, people would
I don't
move.
know. I don't know.
I think.
I
that
feel
you-
like if the laws of physics change, that's way different than like a desert.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this scenario, is it predictable? Like you just know that like the worst outcome's gonna happen every time.
It's just kind of a Murphy's Law. It's a little unpredictable. You don't know when it's going to strike.
But it always happens. It's always just worse there. I think it's the predictability that matters. The desert is predictable.
In its
The
badness.
tundra is predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But is
The swamp is
crazy gravity land Philadelphia.
Not predictable. Philadelphia is unpredictable.
Just en general.
Yeah.
Looks like rain's coming.
Tut tut.
Better go.
Looks like rain. Get your backpack.
Kid, come on, bud.
Get your backpack.
You know, sometimes I remember before. I mean, when Jason was still here.
Yeah, it was a
I
lot.
wish everything could just be the way it was before.
Oh, we haven't beaten that out of you yet, kid.
God, that's your frustration with his grief. He's like 11 or 10.
I mean, but so the ideal response is, yeah, me too. In which case, we've both like committed to just dwelling on this imaginary past.
Well, that is true. That has happened in the fictional world.
Mm-hmm.
They are both committed to dwelling on. We haven't seen it in this playthrough because I didn't want to watch it again. But he has a video of his dead child.
Sure.
He just watches when he's not doing work.
Get a ticket.
Boop boop boop, getting a ticket.
One, please. That's $1.
Oh, look, it's like it's $1. It's like the prices you set for Roller Coaster Tycoon.
It's just like that. This is the Sims version to my Roller Coaster Tycoon Sim City.
I gotcha.
You like embody a sad dad and like live out his life, and you go to the theme park a day, and then you have to live until he's like 75 years old.
He comes back. Do you get? Are there repeat visitors for Roller Coaster Tycoon? Do people come back?
No, I don't think so. I think
Do they succumb to your advertising campaign of $2,000?
that's a strong canvassing campaign. That's like a mail out postcard campaign
I gotcha.
with like a 2% return.
Oh. Uh-oh.
He was smiling.
Oh. Whoa.
I missed it again.
Missed it
I had
again.
my hand on it and I just forgot.
We are so close to stop. We're gonna stop being silly after I think we catch up, right? Are we sillier than we were
I'm not
before?
being silly.
I feel like
I'm serious.
I feel like the tenor of the conversation as a whole is sillier. I'm not
Well,
saying
there's no
that
more
we-
mystery.
Like, yeah, we were just kind of going through it. So
He runs so fast. Sean! Sean! Where are you, buddy? Oh, Sean!
oh, we have ruined the suspense of this like really pivotal moment.
Yeah, alright, this is pretty fucked up. So yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
he blacks out again, and his kid's gone, and he's like showed up at the same like T intersection he always goes to.
Well, that was it was like a different corner, right? Because
Nope.
we saw in the background west, and the first time it was east.
Oh, okay. I thought it was still east. Sean. So there's a backpack over here.
That's a bad sign.
Well, did he take his boomerang?
That's the
His
question.
defensive boomerang.
You can throw it at little gold Skulltala tokens, and they come back at you, so you can trade them in for your Giant's wallet.
What? What is that?
All Ocarina of Time.
This game sounds like fiction when people talk about it.
It's really.
Yeah, that doesn't sound real.
I mean, this sounds like fiction too. Like, describe this game to some person.
A man's child dies and he deals with it.
Yeah, I
This,
think.
this also could be a plot summary of the film Antichrist by Lars von Trier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Defoe.
Yeah. Well, Defoe and Claire Gainsbourg.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably a little bit better in that movie than he is.
Well, you know, you go back home, you look for Sean, and you realize, well, maybe you're not good at this. Maybe you're not good at being a dad.
Yeah, I think we can say he's realized he's not good at being a dad. He's in fact awful at being a dad.
And I feel like it's not for everybody. Like, maybe not everybody should endeavor, you know?
I mean, he's a bad dad.
He's a bad, sad
He's a
dad.
bad and sad dad.